Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we have got another paint by numbers video. Now we have had 2 fails and we are really hoping this one is not going to be a fail. Why? Because this one is for Alex. Yay! So Alex has obviously been watching me doing paint by numbers. We've got some kiddies paint by numbers, but they're a little bit too kiddie for you, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not for 10-year-olds.
So you were looking to do a paint by numbers like I do, but obviously my ones, they're not really your cup of tea, are they, dude?
No.
No.
Like the last one you failed.
Yeah.
Which failed.
But you really like The Nightmare Before Christmas, don't you? So we have A Nightmare Before Christmas, and this video is going to go up before Halloween as well. So it's kind of Halloween-y. Nightmare Before Christmas. It's all good.
It's almost Halloween. It's only a few months away.
Yeah, but by the time this video goes up, it will only be a couple of weeks till Halloween. Because I thought that would be a good theme. Okay, so we are hoping, fingers crossed, everything crossed, this is not going to be a fail. Okay, so pull out our crappy brushes.
I've got another pair.
Yep, so now there's a pair for you and a pair for
2
Oliver.
pairs.
Okay, so first off, let's have a look at our canvas. Okay, so this one, instantly you can see, is a lot easier than the ones I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, where's the snow dog, dude?
The snow dog is here.
Yay! Well,
Ghost dog, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so it's black printed. There's not too many small bits in there, but we'll need to find you a nice little brush because, you know,
Super thin brush.
yeah, you might even need smaller than that, dude.
What?
Okay, so that's what we've got. We've also got a sheet to go with it, which is good. Ah, and it even gives us some instructions as well.
Ooh. Does it normally do that?
Okay, so that's the initial bit. The bit we've got, which is going to determine if this is a fail or not, is going to be the paints. Yes.
I hope it's not a fail.
So do I, dude. So do I. Let's...
But you never know. They might look really good, but they're actually rocks hard, which would be annoying.
It would indeed. Wait, now, where have my scissors gone to? Ah, thank you. My beautiful assistant there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smell these paints, which is not a sentence I ever thought I would be saying.
But the other paints absolutely stunk.
Yes, they did. No, my child did not smell the paints. I was not going to allow that. If it's enough to make me lose my breath, I wasn't going to do it to him. So,
I don't really mind.
no, dude, no. Okay.
Can I smell?
They're not. Definitely not as bad as the other ones.
That looks fine. That
Yeah,
one.
no. Let's compare it with the smell.
Oh.
This one. Yep, very similar smells. It definitely doesn't smell like the other one did. Okay?
How did the...
But in order to test this theory, let's put...
Ooh, that looks good.
Yep, so the paint itself, lovely.
Yay!
Yep, that looks good.
Number 3 is good.
Number 3 is good. Okay, so we're going to put that all into this pot. Now, you are not going to be doing the flow technique.
No.
Okay, because you don't need to be doing the flow technique. Because this is not small gaps or anything like that. This is big spaces, okay? So you're going to be fine using a big brush and putting this on. But what we're going to do is to make sure that it covers well, but also you have plenty of paint. And pop 3 drops of diluted Flow-Aid into here.
What does that do again?
Flow-Aid, it thins the paint. Okay, so it will go, it just makes the paint a bit thinner so it will move easier, and you'll also end up with more paint. Can you see the difference already?
Mm-hmm. It looks a lot smoother.
Yeah, so that's what we do with it.
Whoa, there's a lot in there now.
Okay, so already we've seen a big difference in that colour. Okay.
Yeah. It also looks a little bit lighter.
Now what I can do is we
Straight
don't want it too much thinner than that.
Is that straight?
That's a bit of straight flow aid, and I'm just going to put 2 drops of that in.
What does a straight flow aid do?
So with the straight flow aid, it thins it out. Okay, it's as simple as that. But with the diluted, it is 1 part straight flow aid, 20 parts water.
Ooh.
So what we don't want is to have this too watery, because then what it does, it dilutes the paint, so it won't cover so well.
Okay.
Okay, so now look at that paint.
So like if you put it over a black line, you wouldn't exactly see it.
Okay, do you see the difference now?
Yeah.
So we've got a nice creamy.
Can I smell?
Don't particularly want you sniffing paint, dude.
I smell paint.
Right. So where is our
Book.
Nope, not the book, because we actually have a sheet with this one.
Oh yeah. Yay.
So we can test it straight on.
That's
to-
number 3,
It is number 3.
which is down here somewhere.
Are you sure?
It's on the person just there.
It is, there we go.
Because I could see it on the picture just there.
Oh, okay.
That light stuff.
Okay, so there's number 3.
Yep.
I'm just going to clean off my brush. I'm going to dip it in the paint. Where did I say number 3 was? There. Oh, there you go, number 3.
There's a bigger piece. Ooh,
Okay.
kind of.
So the coverage, it's not going to cover those numbers.
Maybe 2 coats.
So it will need 2 coats.
Okay.
But again, because you've got plenty of paint,
Yeah. Oh, geez, that's covered it. Pretty much.
it's pretty much covered it.
Yeah, maybe if we just add like.
The other thing we can do is we can use a bit of Tipex. One of the little, sorry, not Tipex, the acrylic paint, white paint pens, just to get rid of the number.
That
And that works
easy.
quite well too. Okay. But all it does, it just means you get more paint available for use by mixing it. Okay. So can you find me a number, let's have a look, number 5.
Number 5.
And we'll do this one straight out the pot. So you see there are a nice creamy paint.
It's on her face somewhere, I think. Yep, there. There's a little bit there.
Okay.
Oh, there's some there as well. I
Mess of
can't
that.
exactly see because I'm upside down.
So the paint, these paints are nice.
Yeah, here's 5 all along the bottom of her face. See, we could do it here maybe because there's some right there.
Okay.
Because it just, that's actually the biggest part.
So you see this one is a different consistency to that number 3. You see how this one is already
Ooh.
a lot creamier?
Maybe they already did this straight flow aid and
No,
diluted.
this is what I mean. Just some colours, the consistencies come out different. Do you see?
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, that looks really cool. Wait, could I paint some of it with
Yeah, we're going to just swatch it and just see what it's like. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just take some out of this bit here because I've made a mess. And let me just clean that up. Messes. Okay, so I know we've got a number 5 and I can see a little number 5 there. There's a number 5. Let's go for that one.
Oh, okay. I didn't see
So
that
already, can you see the consistency of this one?
one. Yeah.
It's what we've made that one into. Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that one really doesn't need a lot. That's a beautiful one. Yep, and it covers lovely.
Okay.
Do you see?
Mm-hmm. Why do we need a white exactly?
To highlight some of the bits on his face. Because don't forget, your canvas isn't white.
Oh yeah, it's like cream coloured.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a really light version of number 3.
Yep.
So basically pure white, but with a tiny bit of that in mixed to it.
Okay, let's have a look.
Oh, can we do number one?
Number 1.
Yep, already found it right there.
Okay.
I'm just going to use my brush, it's easier. And it's
You
really
need to
thin.
wet your brush first. Hang on, before you do that. It's got packing glue in it.
Ooh, what does that do?
It keeps its shape. But you see that all that white stuff now
Yeah.
in your brush? So you need to flick it off to get it all out your brush. So it takes time to prep a brush. Okay, if you go straight in with your paint like that, it's not going to work.
Can I have a go?
Okay, so you can do that to it later because we're not going to sit and watch that for this. Use this brush. Now, the whole point of this is to take small amounts.
Okay.
Okay, I've already wet that brush and cleaned it off.
I'll just do a bit on the lid.
That way too much. Way too much. All right, what did I say a second ago?
A little blob.
Little amounts. Dip brush. See? Dip brush. Not scoop brush, dip brush.
Okay. And then number 1.
Number 1.
I'm going to do one here. I'm going to do it over the number.
Now, can you see that's a flat brush?
Yeah.
So you want to try and keep it flat. When you are painting, flat brushes, I find, work better.
That's covered, number 1.
It has. Make sure you smooth it out. We don't want, you see how you've got, not hard, gentle. Swoosh, swoosh. Okay. So that's it. Spread it out. And try to keep within the lines.
Yes.
So now, you haven't got enough paint on your brush now.
No.
Can you see? So now you dip.
A little bit more than I should have.
That's fine. So if you end up with more on your brush, don't start right at the edge. Drop some of it off in the middle and then work your way back out to the edge. Okay, you want to keep your brush. So where your lines are.
I just went out the line.
That's fine. So where your line is, you see how you've got a flat edge of your brush because it's a square.
Mm-hmm.
It's a flat brush. So you use that edge to mark out your edges first.
Okay.
Right?
What about in that tiny corner?
Then you fill in. See? Like that.
Okay. But what about that corner? What
Well,
would you
then
do
you
there?
can use your brush sideways.
Ooh.
Like that.
That's cool. I'm just going to keep flicking the stuff out the brush.
That's fine. Okay, so again, nice consistency. So these so far all look like a good consistency. Oh, I'm stuck. Let me just... And again, so all the thickest paint will always end up in the lid. So you need to make sure you bring it down.
Okay.
And then you mix your paint. So you see that this one's a bit thicker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
So it's a bit like the number 3, how it was
So-
before.
Yeah, so this one, I would add some Flow Aid to it. Just to help.
Which one are we using?
This one is the straight Flow Aid.
Why are we not using the diluted one like we did with the last one?
Well, because you've got to keep the opacity of the product, which means if you dilute the product with water, it's not going to cover up those lines and the numbers.
Oh.
So when you do normal painting, if you added Flow Aid to your paint, you're not trying to cover up anything that's black. You've got a blank canvas, right? And you can just paint. So using water, the diluted Flow Aid is what you would go with. Okay? Because we still have to cover up lines and numbers, we need to keep the coverage. So by using straight Flow Aid, we're not adding any water to the product and we're not watering it down. Does that make sense?
Okay. How does this look? So when it goes like that really easily.
Yeah. But you're kind of losing its shape now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a bit of a better consistency. Now it's still a little bit too thick. So now I will add a couple of drops of the diluted Flow Aid. Just to thin it out that little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, but we don't want to water it down too much. Now can you see the consistency? You see the change?
Yeah.
Okay, so that now is beautiful. Now if you take a blob of this, again on your brush, and you try to use it so you can feel the difference. Okay, so let's find another number 1.
Number 1.
Here we go. There's a big one. Okay, so dip. There you go.
Pick number 1.
Make sure your brush is flat. How does that feel?
A lot easier.
Is it it's not dragging so much, is it? No. So there you go. That's the difference. So you don't
What?
Bad habit there.
What?
Okay, don't keep going over the same bit, because you see how you're making paintbrush marks in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It smells weird.
okay, so we take our little bit, we start, and we see how I put it in the middle because I had a blob, and then I moved further up, then I moved round, and you see I'm not keeping going over the same bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't want a lot of streaky brush marks in it.
I find it hard not to.
Yep, so again, if you're pushing down too hard, you'll get streaks. Okay, you need to keep it nice and light. See? Okay. Look. So I'm not pushing down it like that, am I? I'm almost like I'm holding a pencil and I'm stroking it down. Yeah? Now it all depends on the paintbrush, and it's finding the right paintbrush for you as well. Okay, and what works well. So these paints so far are looking very good.
It might be a little bit harder for me because I'm left-handed.
Painting, you can paint with any hand, dude.
I know, but
I'm not going to thin out every single paint just at this point, because we're just going to swatch these. Okay, number 2. There we go.
Oh, these are weird colours. Okay. You got like a weird, like, not pomegranate colour. Like this. It looks a bit like a raspberry yogurt colour. Number 24 is, for some reason. That looks cool. That looks like charcoal.
I would say that's charcoal as well.
And it does smudge like charcoal.
Okay, so this white is very thick. Can you see the difference the minute I've opened the pot?
Yes. Oh my god, that's... Can I poke it with the thing?
Can you poke it with the thing? Do you want to... We don't poke it. We can give it a stir, though.
With that thing?
Yes.
Yay. Oh,
I'm
it's
trying
kind
to
of
find
heavy.
a number 6. There's a number 6.
Oh, we got loads of 6 on his face.
So, as we expect, it's not going to cover in one. But that's not...
Ooh.
Can you see the difference?
That is really thick.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Why do some of them come thick?
They just do. I don't know is the answer to that. I don't know why they all... Because they're all made in the same factory. At the same... Or should be made at the same time. You know, similar timing. So I don't know why some come out thicker than others.
And why some... And why do some come, like, perfect and some don't?
I don't know. Like I say, before, because we've got to prep your canvas yet and get that all up. So we've got time to get all these paints ready for you. What I tend to do is I don't prep all the paints in one go. So you'll start with number 1. So I'll prep paint number 1, do all my number 1s first. Okay, and then move to the other paint. The reason being, if I prep the paint, but then I don't use it for a couple of weeks because, you know, I haven't got round and I'm going to go back to that colour in a bit. Sometimes it's thickened up a bit and then you have to kind of prep it again. So it's easy to do it in one foul swoop.
Okay. Where's number 23?
Number 7 is what we're looking for.
7, you got it.
There we go. There's a number 7.
That's white as well.
So that is a off grey. That is a very, very light grey. This is a white.
That's like pure white, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That, I literally can't even tell the difference between the colour of the paper and the colour of the paint. That looks like poop.
Does look like poop. You are right. Number 8. Can you find a number 8?
Number 8, it's on her clothing somewhere. That's the colour of that. And then,
there it is.
yep, somewhere on her clothing.
Oh, it really does look like poop.
The second I saw that, I was like,
That's
that
poop.
looks poop.
That's poop. Poop, poopy doo poop.
Yeah,
Boopy.
where the really small ones are, it's like here, isn't it? On Jack's arms, because he's got the black and white clothing.
Yeah, that's going to be hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Number 9, which is black. Okay,
We've got 9 in his eyes.
there we go. So amazingly black covers.
Obviously. Also, I kind of want to colour in this to start with. For some reason.
No, because then you haven't got the colours to remember which one's going where.
Oh, yeah.
You need this to refer back to. Right, number 10.
10. There's one on it, but there's one on Jack's face. Oh, and there's also one down here somewhere. I know there is. There's 10. Also, the one on Jack's face is literally right there. It's small as. You can't even see it pretty much. Also, on some of them, yeah, the numbers are like in between two different colours for some reason. And I don't know why it does that.
Number 11. I just saw number 11.
Number 11, boom, there.
Lovely.
And I'll look for number 12. Number 12 right next to it.
You already knew that, didn't you?
Yeah. Number 13, I'll have a look for that. I am also looking at
That's number 21, so it's a good job I checked you in it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm looking
there's
at it-
number 13. Here's number 12.
Yeah, I'm looking at it upside down. And it
Any
makes it...
excuse.
No, that looks like 12 and that looks like 21.
Any excuse. La 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 la.
No, but I am looking at it upside down.
Dude, I know you are.
There's another 11 there. We're looking for 13.
No, I've already got 13 and 14.
15. I'll have a look for 15. What colour does 15 look like?
It's like a light green. It's going to be on the dog somewhere.
Yes, it is. 15, was it? Yeah, that.
I've seen it. Too slow.
Yeah, I'm looking at it upside down.
Oh, the excuses, the excuses.
You're looking for 16 next.
I've got 16.
Oh. What about 17?
17 we need.
Yeah, that's on the girl's hair. 17. Found it. And 18.
Where?
18's there, 17's there.
Oh, and there's 18 right next to it.
Yeah. $19 we're looking for next.
Ooh, wow, that one's going to be a thick one as well.
I had one which was like, I don't even know what it was like. It was so thick, yeah. It was so thick, yeah, that I literally had it in my hand and it was like Play-Doh.
Yeah, I was saying that paint I had in the first fail, that was kind of like plasticine.
Play-Doh.
Plasticine.
Play-Doh.
No, plasticine.
Plasticine and Play-Doh were the same.
They're not the same thing.
They kind of are, except
They're
plasticine's
kinda
a
not.
lot harder.
19. Did you find? There it is.
16 really does not cover the number.
Neither does 15.
No, is that even lighter?
That's even like, look at that.
I couldn't even see that.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't.
20.
20, what colour does that look like?
I found it.
Yellow.
Oh, you're too slow, little minion. You are too slow.
21, 21.
21, which looks like 12 to you, so you found it earlier.
21. Ah, it's somewhere in her hair, ain't it?
Nope, I've already found it.
Up there.
22.
22, 22, 22.
All the twos, 22. Found it.
Seriously?
23.
I found 24.
Lovely.
24. 23. I don't know.
Time's a ticking. Top, 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 top.
It's on the sun. 23.
Ah, good spot.
I beat you.
You did.
And 24. I've already found that. 24.
Lovely.
I could just use my pointy thing.
You like that, don't you?
Yes, I like.
Simple things make you happy.
I think I just got paint on it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all the colours. Yeah, there was no problem colours. As in, the consistency's fine, they smell fine. I'll prep them as and when Monkey Moo Minnie here is going to use them, and I will find him some brushes to use. The ones that come with that kit will be fine generally for him, but he may need a bigger brush for some of these bits.
Yeah, like that.
Which are a lot big. All right. Okay, so let's have a look at the ones we've swatched. So in here, instantly, obviously, 22, 20, 15, 16, 10, 18,
17,
21, 11 and 21 are all going
23.
to be problems. Sorry, 23 are all going to be problems because they're not going to cover. Okay, so they are going to have to be blanked out beforehand. So I have one of these,
Yeah.
which is an acrylic paint marker, and I take out the numbers.
Can I see? Can I have a go at it? With, like, this bit here.
Okay, so let me show you. So first off, prep it.
Kind of blanks it out.
It does. It doesn't blank it out. It's all right. This one's gone a bit hard because I haven't used it for a while. Hang on.
What if we do it on a number 10 and then we try number 10, see how it does it?
Okay. So all it does is it dulls it a little bit, and I can do a couple of coats on this. And because it's acrylic paint in here, this paint goes over the top of it without any problems. If I use Tipp-Ex, it kind of, you can see it's like a bubbled a little bit, and it doesn't cover it as well. Okay, so how many was that? Let's have a look. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 that should be fine and not cause any problems.
Did you get that one?
Yeah.
9. Did you get that one?
Yes, I've done this. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 that are going to be semi-transparent, and the other ones then are going to be transparent. Okay, so they're going to require a little bit more work to them. Have a look so we can get the whole page. But this does not look like it's going to be a fail. Yay! Hopefully Adam will get Alex will get them done before Christmas. And then we can show them.
It really is a nightmare before Christmas.
Bravo.
Because it's going to be a nightmare to try and get all that done.
It really isn't. You've got months. And we're in the 6 weeks holiday, so you've got plenty of time.
Yay.
The enthusiasm there was just amazing. I nearly fell off my seat there.
How? You didn't even move.
Oh, that's called sarcasm, dude.
You didn't put a sarcastic voice on.
You don't always have to use a sarcastic voice when you're doing sarcasm.
Most of the time, it just makes it even fun. It makes it even better when you do a sarcastic voice.
Okay. Anywho, so there we go. I will get your canvas prepped. I've already prepped. What number was it we prepped? Number 3 and number 5. So those are the colours you can start with first.
No, we only did 3.
No, I prepped number 5 as well.
Oh, yeah. It can't move the paper. Oh, yes, it can.
Okay, right. And with that, we are off. Catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.